Jamahal Hill says Khalil Rountree is not on his level. Jamahal says Khalil needs another win before fighting somebody in the top 5. In an interview with Sportskeeda, Jamahal said the way that Pereira beat Khalil, for one, Pereira couldn't beat me fighting that way, and two, that's how I would have beat Khalil from the jump. He would have got beat like that even earlier in the fight. Pieced up with hands? Come on, bro. That's what I do. People got recency bias and things like that. If anybody thinks Khalil is on my level, let's see him go and win a fight because we're not even in the same bracket right now. He got a title shot just because he was an easy mark for the champ. He's a favorable matchup for the champ. He's number 8 coming off a loss. I'm in the top 5. He's got to get a win before he gets up, and before that's even a thing. And if he does get a win, and that ever does materialize to be a thing, anybody who thinks he can beat me, bet 1 million on it. Bet your house on it. Real talk. I bet nobody going to bet nothing that they really want to lose on that. Nobody's taking that bet. Michael Bisping reveals he has had over 30 surgeries. On the Show Me the Money podcast, Bisping says lately he's been struggling with his neck and is in pain 24/7.
Dude, I've had about, I don't know, I'd say about 30 surgeries these days. I'm just recovering. I got a disc replacement in my neck 6 weeks ago. Didn't work. I'm still in absolute agony. Regarding the knees, I had 2 total knee replacements. My left knee, I had about 10 surgeries on it. And then eventually they said, we got to replace it. And it's the best thing I ever did, actually, to be honest, because I was living in so much pain, and then I started having problems with my other knee, so they said, let's just replace that one. So I got 2 total knee replacements, and I'll be honest, I run every day, I work out every day, it doesn't affect me, I live my life. The main thing for me lately has been the neck. My neck is just driving me crazy, but still, it's boring as no one wants to hear someone sit here and go on about their agonizing neck pain, but this is the world that we live in, buddy.
But you did the hip surgery as well, or no, just both knees?
No, I actually have a torn labrum right now. I have a torn groin. I have a deviated septum in my nose. I've got about 4 other surgeries that I need to have. I've never had hip surgery though. Not yet. But as I say, I got to get the labrum taken care of. But it is what it is. We truck on, you know. I lived a great life. I had an amazing career. I opened up a lot of doors. Yeah, am I in pain 24/7, 365? 100%, but I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I love my life. I love my family. I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that I had, and you know, you get through it. All good.
This is all for training camp and fighting and your weight cut and everything. That's all for that.
Yeah, it's all the training stuff. Not even the fights. I mean, I lost my eye when I fought Vitor, obviously.
It looks like the Merab versus Sean O'Malley rematch may actually be happening next. Yesterday, it was announced that Umar Nurmagomedov will be fighting Yadong on December 14th. Merab recently posted this clip to X of Sean O'Malley talking about the rematch. Merab said, "Let's go. I will try not to kiss you this time."
I'm fighting Merab versus Sugar 2. It's happening. I'm manifesting it. I don't give a f about anything else. I don't know what's going on with Umar and Merab. Umar saying he'll fight. He wants to fight this year. Merab saying he doesn't want to fight this year. So
that's weird that changed though. He said he would rematch you in November, but then as soon as that wasn't, he said
I'm here for it. Don't rematch and wait. I mean, don't fight him. Wait for me. I'm gonna be ready. March. Let's get it. Let's run it back. Manifesting and putting it out there. That's happening. Sugar versus Merab 2. Oh, I love it. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be beating him the first time would have been sweet. Would have been crazy. The rocket ship would have been good. But losing, supposedly a close fight, supposedly that was. I mean, it was a close fight. They said it, but it's gonna just feel that much better. It's gonna be that much better.
It always seems impossible until it's done.
Exactly, man.
Nelson Mandela.
Dude. Jon Anik lists his top 3 best knockouts he's ever witnessed commentating for the UFC. On the Pound for Pound podcast with Kamaru Usman, Anik mentions Leon knocking out Kamaru.
Top 3 knockouts.
Right. Top 3 knockouts.
Knockouts you've seen.
Top 3 knockouts I've seen. I mean, can I just go number 3, Kamaru Usman against Jorge Masvidal? If anybody knows the circumstances surrounding that, and certainly the pedestal that we all put Gamebred on as far as his boxing is concerned, we'll put that top 3. Henry Cejudo, maybe number 2 against TJ Dillashaw. Can we have a slot for that? I think we could do that, you know?
You're flattered because
on these airwaves, I don't know that I go Leon Edwards over Kamaru Usman in the top slot, you know, but that one,
Why'd you have to do that?
Why'd
you have to put him in that position?
I like that. I like that.
I didn't even see it, right? I get a lot of credit for that call.
Right.
There was this narrative that he was chasing a moral victory, and I looked down the broadcast table and I said, yeah, but that's not the cloth from which he was cut. I missed the head kick.
Right.
But I did know that we had a new champion at that point in time. But yeah, you guys for sure. And just the quick nature of that was just absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, I think number one, it's got to be Thug Rose against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and then she fucking head kicked Zhang Weili too. So.
Yes.
Tim Welch responds to the notion that Ilia Topuria is going to just walk through Max Holloway. Tim does not believe that to be the case and thinks Ilia is going to have a tough time with Max.
That's going to be his best bet. That's going to be his best bet. Track Max Holloway down, put him on the fence, and let go of his combos. But that's going to be easier said than done. And Max Holloway, their team, that they know that's his chance. Cut him off, put him on the fence, let go of some of those nasty combos. I won't be surprised at all if Ilia comes out there and starts to take him down, tries to take him down at least. I mean, Max Holloway, who's took him down easy? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. After watching this fight, well, I'm going to give you official predictions a little later on, but Ilia is going to have a tough time with Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people think he's going to run through Max, and the only thing that makes me a little nervous is Max is cutting to 145. 145, and Ilia is a hard hitter, but Max is an absolute master at his range, fighting at distance like that. So, I'm excited for it. I'm real excited for it. I can't wait.
Daniel Cormier reacts to Ilia Topuria saying that he will point to the ground in the first 10 seconds of the fight with Max Holloway. DC thinks that this is all a ploy by Ilia.
We're going to find out who the real BMF is because I already challenged him in the first 10 seconds of the fight to point to the ground, and we'll see what he's going to do. He goes on the stage. I'll be in the middle of the octagon trying to give the fans the best start to a UFC fight in history. When you hear this as a fight fan, it gets you all jittery and you go, okay, these dudes about to get down, these dudes about to get down. But guys, this is clearly a ploy by Ilia Topuria. It's a ploy. This is a ploy. And when you dig a little deeper into it, he's flat out challenging Max Holloway and challenging Max Holloway in a way that you and I know, as friends of Max, as fans of Max, that he probably cannot resist the urge to go out there and just go, I'm gonna smash this dude. But at the end of the day, it's a ploy by Ilia Topuria. Because isn't Max the guy that's supposed to fight in this fight smart and maintain range? Because it seems pretty common knowledge that if Max Holloway stands in front of Ilia Topuria, he puts himself in danger. But Ilia is saying, I want you to do with me what you did to Justin Gaethje. He's challenging him in a way that Max Holloway may not, or at least Ilia is hoping Max Holloway isn't able to resist the urge to say, okay, I'm Hawaiian, I'm a fighter, I'm a dog just like you're a dog, let's do it. Let's do it. It's smart by Topuria. So while he might seem like he's emotional because Ilia cusses a lot, Ilia gets mad, he knows what he's doing. He's the guy that knocked out Alexander Volkanovski in the last fight. When he traps you, he puts you down. He hurts people. He can hurt anybody, even Max Holloway. So by telling him, I'm doing this, I'm gonna do this, let's see if this man is willing to fight me like he does everybody else in the middle of the octagon in the first 10 seconds. Why is that important? Because in the first 10 seconds, that dude is fresh. Ilia Topuria can knock you out in the 5th round. Imagine if he can get your hands on you in the start of the 1st round. That's smart by Ilia Topuria.
Tom Aspinall predicts what would happen if he fought Francis Ngannou. Tom believes he would have the edge.
Aspinall versus Francis, who wins?
Oh, that's a good fight. That's a great fight. Always been a big fan of Francis. Love his story, love what he's all about. I think it's a 50-50 fight, to be honest. Francis is a scary man, but I think technically I would take the edge, but I think that's a great fight.
Alex Pereira fired back at both Jamahal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev. Alex says that he's not even going to talk about Jamal anymore because he's not on his level. Alex said, I'm going to be real honest with you. If that performance with Khalil was where does Jamal rank? The performance I had against him. If that fight was crap, so imagine the fight against Jamahal Hill. How can he say that? I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to further talk about Jamahal. I'm on a different level. I don't have nobody in my mind. The organization came with Khalil last time, and it was a surprise for me too. I don't really choose opponents. Some people say Ankalaev is next, but I'm going to be honest with you. Him and his manager have been talking a lot of crap, saying that I don't want to fight and this and that. But the reality is the organization doesn't want him to fight because he's boring. People don't like to watch him fight. He's not a guy that sells pay-per-views. Honestly, that's disrespectful that they're trying to put it on me, because it's not up to me. It's up to the organization. The organization doesn't want to make the fight, but now because they keep saying that, keep disrespecting me, maybe I'll make it a little bit even harder for them to fight me. Ideally, I would fight around June. It would be ideal, but maybe I'd fight around March even, but I honestly would fight in December right now. But the problem is these two fights, UFC 303 and UFC 308, happened so close together, and we had a lot of other appearances, a lot of trips, a lot of business to do. We had to push them after these two fights. It was scheduled before. The guys who organized it understood, but we have some obligations to do. I feel around March is a good date. Nate Diaz had words for Brendan Schaub on X. Recently, Brendan was brought to tears on his podcast due to the recent news about former UFC heavyweight Shane Carwin. Shane revealed he is struggling with CTE symptoms and can't hold down a simple job.
I face serious challenges in meeting basic everyday expenses for food, shelter.
Nate posted this to X. He wrote, "Brendan the big old pussy Schaub," with a crying face emoji. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Bertle McGirdle. It says, "Nothing makes Guru happier than an MMA guy being mad at him." The second one says, "Piggy Cloud about to just keep growing. Soon he'll have enough money for an electric wheelchair." And the final one says, "Going after Guru is the worst base for MMA." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.